Hello everybody, it's Tyler and welcome to my spoiler review for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This is a spoiler review, so if you have not seen Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, click away from this video because I'm going to spoil the crap out of this movie. And there is a non-spoiler review on this channel if you would wish to watch that. But this one will spoil the movie for you, so if you don't want to be spoiled, please go see the non-spoiler review. Now, that said, let's continue on with this. So, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the opening scene of this movie was amazing. I absolutely loved it. I had not been scared by a Jurassic Park movie since I was like 5 or 6 and saw the original Jurassic Park. The opening scene and like the first half of this movie really felt the closest to original Jurassic Park I've gotten in all the sequels. And so the opening scene, J.A. Bologna, who normally directs horror movies, he's directed like The Orphanage, and I can't honestly think of any more at the moment, but you can tell he brings a bunch of those aspects from his horror movies back to the Jurassic franchise, and the use of his lightning in the opening scene when the dude was trying to close the gate for the mosasaur fence, and then all of a sudden, every time the lightning flashes, you see the Tyrannosaurus Rex get closer, and it's just an amazing use, and it puts the scare factor way up, and I loved it. And then all of a sudden, the Tyrannosaurus was right behind the dude, and the people on the helicopter were like, "Come on, bro! You're about to get eaten." And he jumped on the ladder, and then he thought he was safe because he got away. And then all of a sudden, the mosasaur just jumps out, which the trailer shows, but he jumps out and eats the dude, and that opening scene was just amazing. I just wish the trailers did not spoil it, because that would have been great to not have spoiled and just see it for the first time when I saw the movie for the first time. But yeah, so they go to the island. It takes place about, I think, 3 years after Jurassic World, so everything's all destroyed and collapsing, and all the buildings are just bleh. It kind of looks like what it did yesterday when the storm hit, and I think it was a little tornado. It kind of looked like that. Trees falling down everywhere, buildings collapse, all that fun stuff. They go there to get a sample of the Indominus Rex, which I honestly don't know how they knew the Indominus Rex was at the bottom of the mosasaur area. I guess maybe through word of mouth, through the people who saw the fight. But, yeah, they got a sample and they floated it up, and the people on the helicopter got it to fly it back to the evil scientist Henry Wu. And the use of shadows when you first see the mosasaur, because you never actually see the mosasaur until it jumps out of the water and chops the dude. But the use, like, another brilliant thing on Boyana's part, like when the sub's on there and they're reaching for the Indominus Rex, and then the lightning clashes, but you see above the water, and there's just this enormous shadow above the people that starts blocking out the lightning from above the water, and it's just beautifully shot scene. Absolutely amazing. And yeah, so they needed the Indominus Rex to make another hybrid that turns out to be the Indoraptor. And they need blue to do so. So they pretty much just trick Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt to go to the island and say, "Oh, we're going to rescue them from the volcano, and we're going to send them to a new island, make it paradise. They're going to live in peace." But what they really want is to sell the dinosaurs to make a little seed money, to create more Indoraptors and perfect the Indoraptor and sell those for even more money and militarize them and just make a whole bunch of craziness happen in the world, which ends up happening by the end of the film anyways. That's what a lot of critics hated about this movie, because they're like, why would people do this? But I honestly think in real life, this is the route it would go, because most people are stupid, and honestly, we're just a horrible race. Well, not race, horrible species to begin with, pretty much. And I think this is the way it would go. Um, I'm not saying all humans are horrible, just a big chunk of them these days are. I'm not saying you're horrible if you're watching this, although if you are horrible, stop. This brings up a bunch of issues, like on if we have the technology, should we do it? And just should we protect endangered species of animals? And this, I'm telling you what, of all the PETA campaigns I'm saying, this movie did it way better than any PETA campaign or Wildlife Foundation. It just hit me right in the heart. The scene when they leave the island, the volcano's erupting, everything's gone, the park's gone, that hurt my childhood. It was like, oh my god, the park's gone. New Parkano, it's all gone. The whole island's gone. All the dinosaurs that I saw fall in the ocean when the gyrosphere went over the cliff, I was like, they gone. It was just a really heartbreaking. But the thing that got me the most was when Claire and Owen and the annoying kid, I don't even remember his name, but they barely got off the island. They jumped onto the boat at the very last second. But as they go out, they look at the island in flames as they're leaving, and then, God, this scene absolutely killed me. They look, and then there's one lonely brachiosaur sitting at the end of the pier, and it's just looking at the boat, sailing away from it, and crying like, you can't take me. And then it just, oh my god, that scene got to me. It hurt. And you see the smoke and the lava just all of a sudden engulf it, and you see the silhouette of the brachiosaurus standing up one final time as it falls and dies. And that's pretty much the extinction of the brachiosaur, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, they didn't rescue any brachiosaurs. So the brachiosaurus are extinct after this movie. And it really, that just really sent a gut punch to me. I was like, oh, my childhood. A lot of scenes in this movie make you think of the first Jurassic Park, and this one definitely did, because the island kind of ended the way it began. When we first went to the original Jurassic Park, the first dinosaur they saw was the Brachiosaurus, and it just stood up to reach the top of the tree and eat, and it was beautiful, and we were all in awe, and it changed the course of cinema forever and special effects, and it just changed it. And then this one, we saw the same motion of the Brachiosaurus, but it was as it was dying. So it was the first animal we saw on the island, and it was the last animal we saw on the island. And it just, ooh, that scene got me. Let me know in the comments below if it got you too, because if it didn't, you're a heartless person. After that, these rich business tycoons just go ahead and like, oh, we're going to sell all the dinosaurs, we're going to make an Indoraptor. But the idiots bring out the prototype of the Indoraptor, and then the Russians or something offer like, yeah, I'll take it. I don't care if it's a prototype, whatever. And so the idiot's like, yeah, okay, sure, we're getting money. That's more money for us. We'll sell it. Like, no. First of all, this dinosaur is incredibly smart and dangerous. It's way more of a threat than the Indominus Rex was in Jurassic World. And it just, some scenes didn't seem believable for how stupid people are, but there probably is some really stupid people out there if they were in that position. And we get to see flashbacks of Owen and Blue when it was a baby, which was adorable. It really made you feel the connection between Owen and Blue. And Blue is like my favorite character in this movie. Some people are saying Blue's not a character. Blue is definitely a character in this movie. You see Blue when he's a baby and he has empathy and everything. Doesn't seem to fit where he becomes in Jurassic World, but you know what? I don't care. This was really adorable, and I love the way they did it. And so yeah, Blue ends up getting healed and patched up and get the bullet out. But then there's an explosion down in the mansion, which is I forget his name. It's a rich dude that used to be partnered with John Hammond, and then they split up. And later on, we find out it's because he used the technology that Hammond was implementing to bring back dead dinosaurs to make a clone of his daughter that died in a car accident. which a lot of critics hated because they're like, that's not believable. Like, this is a movie about bringing back dinosaurs. You can bring back a human that just died, and you definitely have their DNA. Excuse me. But yeah, so that was a plot twist, and it was honestly essential. I didn't see it coming in a Jurassic movie because it's about cloning dinosaurs, not humans, but it brings up some moral implications. Like when after all the explosions, all the dinosaurs are still in the cellar, the old lab that Hammond made where he cloned the first dinosaurs, and there's a poisonous gas leak, and the dinosaurs are all literally getting gassed to death. It turns into a giant gas chamber. And Claire has this moment because she's like, I can't let them die because, that's the whole reason this whole movie started. And then that brings up the moral implications like, do we let them die? Because they're technically supposed to be extinct, or do we let them live because they're endangered? And she ends up crying and she decides not to release them. But then Maisie, who's the clone girl, did. And then she says, I had to. They're alive just like me. And if they don't have rights, then I don't, because I'm technically a clone and I don't deserve to be here. And so that was a really powerful moment in the film. At the end, all the dinosaurs are released into the wild in North America, in California. And then it has Jeff Goldblum's epic monologue at the end of him in the courtroom saying, like, we're entering a new era. Humans are now going to be forced to live with dinosaurs because we unleashed genetic power and now we got to pay the price. And then he just says, welcome to Jurassic World, which is in the trailer, and now technically is a Jurassic World because now humans and dinosaurs have to live together. And it's like, it's not all just herbivores. There's a freaking Tyrannosaurus Rex living in North America now. And Blue the Raptor is living in North America now. And the scene where the Tyrannosaurus Rex at the end breaks into the zoo and breaks the lion pen and was roaring at the lion, that was awesome. Because, like, the king of the animal kingdom now versus the king of the animal kingdom back then, the Tyrannosaurus Rex is going to win. Sorry to tell you. Yeah, and then the scene with the mosasaur swimming in the ocean and you see it in the wave eating the surfers. That was just epic. And so, yeah. So, by the end of this movie, we have dinosaurs here now living with us in a danger to civilians. So it leaves me really interested to see where the third installment of this new trilogy is going to go, because it's definitely taken us in a new direction that no Jurassic movie ever has. I mean, sure, there was that little brief moment where a T-Rex escaped in San Diego. It was San Diego. In San Diego in Lost World, but that was patched up in one movie. But this one, we just released like a whole group of dinosaurs, like a bunch of dinosaurs, into the wild in North America. So, yeah, we don't know what we're going to do now. There's probably people camping around the area where they release, so they're probably going to get eaten by Tyrannosaurus Rex or something. So, yeah, I'm really anxious to see the implications of what happened in this movie and how the world is going to adapt to dinosaurs. Yes, that is pretty much my review. I hate critics because they're giving this movie such a lousy score. It does not deserve a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes, I give you a 0%. You are a rotten apple because I don't like tomatoes. So, bleh. Yeah, don't listen to the critics. It's a great movie, in my opinion. Best sequel we've ever gotten to Jurassic Park. Has a lot of issues that we could be dealing with in the future. Obviously not with dinosaurs, but de-extinction is an actual thing we could do. Again, not with dinosaurs because they've been gone far too long. We're not going to get any usable DNA from them, but like possibly a woolly mammoth. We could possibly bring back a woolly mammoth. And it brings up the interesting thing, like, do we actually do it just because we can, or do we leave well enough alone? And yeah, so this movie makes you think. It's scary. It's fun. It's a rare combo that I usually see in a movie. This one felt very classic Jurassic for the first half, and then a brand new scary monster movie in the second half, and it was great. I love what J.L. Bone did with this, making it scary and adventurous and fun, and it was just a fun movie to watch overall. So I highly recommend going and seeing it if you're a fan of Jurassic movies. Even if you're not, it's a great movie. That'll make you think, and the effects were amazing. I'm glad they brought back so many practical effects for this movie. So yeah, that is my spoiler review for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Thank y'all so much for watching. What was your favorite part of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to check those out, what y'all thought. If there was anything important I left, please mention it in the bottom comments below, because I'd love to hit myself in the face over what I probably missed. Thank y'all for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you want to know when I post more videos, more movie reviews, or fun stuff like that. You know, I'm doing probably filming a vlog later on today. So yes, thank y'all for watching, and tune into the next video. I'll see y'all later. Bye!